Good morning, welcome back to Parsnips and Parsimony. I believe before this video clip you are going to see some house footage. I don't think we actually explained what that whole thing was about. I don't know, Art was doing the filming, but a property came up. Charity and John were interested in the possibility of investing into it to renovate it and then turn it into an Airbnb, sell it, who knows what. But it was an investment property. They went through it. There was just a little bit too much for them to comfortably get for their first house purchase, so they decided to pass on it. But we did want to take you guys along. We didn't know what was going to come of it, but I think it was a wise decision on their part to not get the house. It had roof issues, so it was definitely going to need some roof repair. There was ceiling repair because the roof was leaking. There was probably some chimney repair, either on the outside or in the fireplace. And then there were some potential septic issues. I'm trying to think what else there was. And it was in a low spot, so it had water issues. So between all of those things, everyone decided after a lot of discussion that it wasn't a good beginner one. We would love for them to get into something like this, and this is what they want to get into, but we want something to ease them into it and not like jump headfirst into something already with cannonballs attached to their legs and they're, trying not to sink. We are outside once again today, and today we finished the sun garden. Other than I'm just waiting for my peppers to get a little bit bigger because they're still really, really small, so I can't put them in quite yet. But we are working on the garlic this morning. The plan is to plant the eggplants. I don't know if they'll all fit, but at least some of them. These are the baby jalapenos that obviously are not quite ready to plant. These guys are 2 banana peppers. But in here we have just a little bit more space. So I checked out companion planting, and nightshades do like garlics, onions, all that, and you can see the garlics right here. So we're going to put a wide bed of eggplants here. I have my cucumbers over here. This is just getting finished up here. We finished weeding the garlic. Make sure you check out that video that I did on how to grow large garlic and how you guys can do that too. Not hard at all, just a couple tricks to it. And how's the heat doing for you, Art?
So far so good.
It's getting hot. It's supposed to be thunderstorms today, so that's why we're hustling, because it'll be a natural rain.
Free water.
Yes, and it saves us a lot of time. If you're into doing a lot of gardening, you've probably learned that paying attention to the upcoming weather is extremely beneficial to planting and trying to plant according to how the weather is going, because it will save you a lot of time. And if you're paying for your water, it's going to save you money too by planting just before rain comes in, so you don't have to water. And that's what we're doing today. I finished planting all of my eggplants. I put them in the tomato cages. So we did every other plant, got a tomato cage, so the bigger ones in the middle can just, we'll support them with the other cages. And now I'm just putting down some leaf compost. This is from the cold compost I showed you the other day. This has been sitting composting for a very long time. You can tell it's very, very rich, but not. This is mostly leaves, and this is going to be more acidic than what I have in my compost pile. But what I'm using this for is to amend this soil. This was very sandy. If you remember, in the video I showed you, hi Mary, I showed how that was all sandy where we planted those grapevines. This is still sandy, and so we're just constantly adding more soil amendments just as we have them. And this is, I'm hoping, going to retain that moisture for these eggplants. Hello, Friendly. How are you? Are you going to turn the grass for me and add some wonderful manure? This is Friendly. You guys have seen her in our videos before. She's very friendly. Come here, Friendly. She doesn't. See, she's not that. She'll let you pet her. She'll walk by. She's just friendly. And Art is working on turning the compost. Once again, it's been almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The pile heated up. In fact, that's what that white
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
is.
That's where it
That was the hottest part of the
Yeah,
pile,
that's
where
where
the
it
white
burned.
is. Yeah. And we're just going to add some weeds to this.
We have a child in the back getting some jewel, well, supposed to be getting some jewel weed.
And now that'll help balance out that ratio of the brown versus the green, which will hopefully heat up this pile again. Hey Art, there's a whole ton here too he can pick right here.
Okay.
Lots of jewelweed. You may remember this raised bed that the company sent to me. Well, I went ahead and planted. Art filled it up yesterday, and I went ahead and put one lonely banana pepper and one really sad looking eggplant. It was just a little too small to put it in the garden with critters eating it, so I thought, well, this might be a safer place, and we'll see how it does. I have to finish planting the rest of it, but at least we have these two things in there now.
Isn't this good? We have kids tossing the weeds over here, and we're alternating green and brown. That's what makes the compost go really fast.
The more you turn it, the more you aerate it. It's nice and moist. You certainly don't need to add any more water to it.
No.
It's unbelievable how much compost we've gone through this year, though.
I know. Ton of compost. And we could have used more if we had it, because we ran out back there.
We actually, oh, I can feel the heat from that pile. Hang on, hold it. This was still going.
It is.
Yeah, wow. There's, guys, I don't know if you can see this. There's steam coming out of this pile. Wondering if we should make a visit to our local farmer for some more manure, Art.
Maybe should.
Because that stuff takes a while to break.
This is like done, ready to go.
Almost. It could be
it's close enough.
screened.
This will be done shortly. Yeah.
That's fresh. That one I don't think is even worth turning. Yeah.
There we go.
Got some more.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Do you need more?
Nope, that's it for today.
Probably need more in a few days.
I think I'm going to call it quits for at least right now. We're going to get ready for lunch. I finished planting squash, so I have a sweet dumpling here in this section. Then I did 2 sections of spaghetti squash. Those are one of my favorites. One here and then one section here. This was from our pepitas. I don't know if they're going to grow. So I have 4 pepita plants and then some zucchiniano over here. There is so much to do, but we made good progress. We're going to go eat lunch. We'll be back. We were just digging out our canna lilies, and you know, last fall instead of lining them with paper, we did sawdust this year, and I think that was a really bad decision. I think we're going to have to dump them in the compost and see if there's anything growing, but I think they're gone.
Yeah. There's some good news though. Our neighbor just got about 1,000 canna lilies that he wants to get rid of, so we might be able to help him get rid of some.
Yeah, how disappointing. Well, that's how we learn, Art.
Okay.
Newspaper next time, newspaper.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock and the rain is right there. So I want to quick pick some lettuce before it rains for the next 2 days and gets all icky. But look at this. This is the stuff I harvested last week. It's already back. Unbelievable.